Good day, lords and ladies of the internet. I am your host, the Parafox Archangel, the English gentleman of the internet, and I welcome you back to Sunless Skies, where today, we're not quite sure what we're going to be doing today, actually. We've discovered that, it was told to me in the comments I need to kill 3 of all of the creatures in order to get that particular momentous task. So, I think today instead, we're just going to perform what we need to perform for our officers. They have quests. Maybe they have stuff they want us to do. But first of all, let's just do something here. Oh, it doesn't look like I can recruit the one random person. Oh, that's a shame. Well, you know what? Let's speak to my first officer. From the tiara-crested brow downwards, there is nothing about the Incognito Princess that is not incandescent. She is like the sun, and about as dangerous to anything in the vicinity. Wherever the princess goes, she looks around with a surplus of curiosity and a complete lack of care. Prove oneself a fit confidant. While she seems incapable of discerning between the two, the Incognito Princess seems intrigued by any mention of daring do and abyssal horror. The truth revealed. Thrilled by your tales, the princess invites you to her quarters. I have a secret, she says, removing the tiara before donning a second, more expensive tiara. I am Queen Victoria's daughter, she says. I trust your discretion. It's a considerable task. This must be the captivating princess, the daughter of Victoria who dwells in a miasma of rumors of excess, ranging from red honey to cannibalism. Cannibalism? A half-aspirated starling has somehow found its way aboard. It flies to her hand. She pets it gently. One is travelling to broaden one's mind before one takes on a new role. It would be a delight to meet with the engineers who keep the eternal ball of perdants tick-tocking away. She smiles. You find yourself outside, learning about the Incognito Princess. The Incognito Princess seeks something new at Perdants. Wait, is that actually a place? Make conversation with the princess. Why is she travelling? For change, she says with a smile. After all, I am a princess. The ambition of any princess worthy of my mane is not to remain so. A secondment. Listen to the princess's suggestion. I have a suggestion, she informs you expectingly. We should go to London. I have always wanted to open a salon. My sister has one, so I should too. Her gaze is unblinking, but she does not press the issue further. The princess will generate cryptic benefactors while on secondment. Okay. So we need to go to Perdants, wherever the hell that is, and we need to go to the other place. The place of devils. So, we need to head to Carillon. To Carillon, then! Ooh, what is this, though? A homestead, you say? We can trade Stalin-stewed gossip for supplies. Bring a colony of ants aboard. Ooh. That could be... You know what? I think I'll do that. Just because that's one of the things that was requested. What else was that? A cluster bee and a Hybras pus. Maybe that's what we can do today. Head to the Hybras. Because who the hell knows what's in them? Because I assume it's like down there-ish. Oh, and there's something nice and shiny here. Whatever could it be? Crockery! Just one more left to find before we help the stovepipes with their war. By completing that task. It's peaceful on the open skies. I mean, can we just admire the background pieces? I've never admired them yet. The background just looks absolutely beautiful. And as I begin to tell everyone to admire it, you make it disappear. Good on you. Good on you. Did I just hear gunfire? Maybe? Yes. Yes, I do. There's Tacketies and Stovepipe. There's a Tackety ship and a Juggernaut and a Dreadnought fighting each other again, aren't there? Well, if there is, it doesn't seem like it's within the initial area of Carillon. So, well, here we are in Carillon anyway. So, first things first, we go to the bazaar, and see what there is. There's souls which wish to be bought. How perfect! Especially as it's 3, and we needed exactly 3. Glorious. We did manage to get them for cheap. We can only get supplies here. That's awkward. Pretty awkward, actually. Okay. Now I need to do something with the rats here. So let's talk to the rats. That did nothing. What's it say here? The brigade needs to get to Carillon to find the location of the Sarge's vault. What's in the Overgrown Shrine? Steal an offering from the borough below. Well, I mean, we're meant to be making him angry, so... Contemplate the statue. What is this, then? Ah, our terror has fallen. Glorious. And now I can't steal from the borough. Crap. Alright, then. First, let's make ourselves a report on this place, then. Excellent. And actually, now that I have a report on this place, I can... Oh, that's Cadius, not Carillon. What's the difference? What's Cadius? Alright, ask about Sarge's stuff for the Rat Brigade. You are directed to the preceding Devilress. Her record-keeping is immaculate. If Sarge left something behind, she'd have made note. An avoidance of repetition. She glances up when you enter her office. On noticing the Rat Brigade, her eyebrow raises a fraction. We've never satisfactorily answered the question of the rodent souls. How can I help you? She addresses you and ignores the rats. It transpires that the Deviless is able to locate Sarge's fire remarkably swiftly. She does not hand over the slim folder, but reads it in silence. There, I knew he'd specified something. Who's saying that? I don't know who's saying that. There, I knew he'd specified something, that those who came looking for that which he entrusted to us must first undergo penance, to avoid a repetition of mistakes. You'll require a shift in perspective that can be gained in the Chequerboard Garden. Huh. Acquire a shift of perspective at Carillon. Well, I mean, at least we know where to get it from, then. The Chequerboard Garden, off we go. Okay, then. So... The devils are playing tricolour chess with some of the pennants. White pieces, red pieces, pieces the colour of the flourishing wind. Around the edges of the board sit the patients who have already been captured, or who were never part of the game to begin with. You gotta give it interesting to these devils. You really do. Well, according to this, I got a 50-50 chance. And I've got a lot of terror right now, so I really don't like the chance of it being a 50-50 chance. Because it never, ever works out for me. So consider the Rubbery Man. He stands at the edge of the board, ignored by the players. No one has dressed him for the chess game or let him enter the board. Speak to him. He stands off to one side, tentacles squirming. Okay. He is surprised that you approach him. He moves to make room for you, in case you are merely trying to occupy his space. When you speak to him, he offers you a squiggly handshake. By various signals, gestures, and directions of his eyes, he indicates that he has come here looking for his place in the world. I see. Okay. Ask the Rubbery Man about the devil with the rose-coloured gloves, and hope you can understand the answer. The Rubbery Man holds up one tentacle, representing the devil with the rose-coloured gloves. He then holds up another tentacle. After a moment, he twists the two together. Are the tentacles meant to be kissing? Is that what it is? When you look blank, the Rubbery Man repeats the pantomime several times. Perhaps the devil has a lover. Perhaps the devil loves the Rubbery Man. Perhaps the devil enjoys erotic forms of dance. Okay. Elevation for the Rubbery Man. What would such a person need? Perhaps understanding of ambition? I require a shift of I need an enlightenment and a shift of perspective. Or 5 shifts of perspective. Huh. Well. Oh my god, it worked. Ha ha ha! Oh, glorious. So this means now we can have that shift of perspective for the rodents, right? Right? No. Am I doing it wrong? You'll need the penance for a shift in perspective to proceed. Go to the checkerboard in Carillon. But I have one. What do I do with it? Huh. How odd. How odd. Well, I have a soul floor at the moment, so I don't know what my current floor is. It's not that. Maybe I have to go into to here to do this? What happened? You've gained 5 terror. Only 5? Sure, I'll succeed. I'll keep that up until I succeed. First, remove your shoes. Wash your face from the fountain of fresh water, and your feet in the basin of salt water. Walk across a patch of white sand, throwing a pebble over your left shoulder to baffle any ill-omened thing that might be following you. Then sleep in a hammock on a private balcony, where only other patients may enter. When you wake up, eat a plain white bread with a salt crust. After this, you will be ready. Carillon is broken into terraces, where most of the soul treatments take place. Some are easier than others. Well, I'm allowed in the Bell Garden now, so that's good. So what do we get in the Bell Garden? Cure your fermented soul. Perhaps you've eaten that which you should have not. Perhaps you've come in contact with something unclean. At any rate, your soul has gone off a bit. Huh. And I needed 3 penances for that. Huh. Approach a Penitent Nurse. She huddles in a corner, her face trapped in grimace. Attempt to communicate to her. She has been within the sound of the bells for 40 days. The clangor is starting to disrupt her mind. She begs you you will help her. My God, what is wrong with my reading? And out of your kindness, pay part of her penance for her. She would do the same for you. She is very kind and forgiving soul. To convince you of this, she scribbles down assurances, compliments, and a sketch of herself ministering a leprous child. What do I need to do? Penance, deprivation, penance, ordeal. Or 5 penance of deprivation. Ask the nurse about the devil with the rose-coloured gloves. She shakes her head in distress. The words she scribbles for you are, if she can read her writing, seen the kind before, had them in the hospital sometimes. You can't get anything clearer out of her. You know, the rain is actually quite appropriate for this game, so thank you. I'm not against that. So, I have been to the Chequerboard Garden. I have gained a shift in perspective. I'm not sure what to do from here. Go speak to the presiding deviless. Hello there, madam. Ah! Here we go. This is what I needed to do. Okay. Assist the Rat Brigade by donating souls to the preceding devilants. Sod penance, you just want Sarge's stuff and leave. Need a selection of immaculate souls. Okay. Huh. You have been cleansed of Sarge's sin. The Rat Brigade looks almost concrete. A single sheaf. The presiding deviless smiles at the unhappy expression of the rats. Much better. She passes over a single piece of paper from Sarge's file. It smells of incense, and jasmine. Hook ya! Cinders explains. Sarge did like his luxuries. The writing is minuscule and brief. The vault is at the central office of Horledge Banks. The account was opened in London in the year before the blockade of New Winchester. The Deviless is already working on a new file. You have apparently been dismissed. So I need to talk to the Rat Brigade to continue, do I? Discover what the Brigade are up to. They know the location of Sarge's vault. They don't seem to want to leave your locomotive. They need numbers to the account. Where do you think they'll find them? The air is thick with the scent of jasmine. The rats have acquired a hookah pipe and are reminiscing over their lost Sarge. Albert twitches his immaculate whiskers. We need to find Vilma, our strategist, but it will be awkward. She was Cinder's paramour. There is a snort from somewhere in the nest. Albert continues. We lost touch with the others, but Vilma will know where they are. And when we open the vault, you will have a share, of course. The last I heard, Vilma was residing at Penance as a pet. Albert's expression speaks volumes. A travel to Penance. Great. Ask Petronia to continue Sarge's tale. Petronia takes up the thread, frowning over her glasses. So we had a new boss, the lieutenant. Now he wanted the admiration of command, but the Tacites and the Stovies didn't trust us 'cause we was mercs. Just rats, right? We did eventually get a locomotive contract from the Tacites to sabotage the governor's engine to stop her fleeing New Winchester. Risky. Who else had the know-how to get it done, right? Her question is rhetorical, her smile proud. She pauses. More some other time, I think. Huh. Okay. So, what else is there for me to do at Carillon? I can't enter these places because I don't have the right kind of soul, apparently. I need to purge myself of that annoying penance, don't I? I didn't realize I'd have to do another task to come in here. Okay. So, I can't currently purge myself, but now I can, because I got the penance. A janitor was a reckless insomniac. As punishment, she may not sleep except with the supervision of another pennant. I trust you, see? Remarks the supervising deviless. Why self-restraint is needed. As for your punishment, it does not bear speaking of. You cannot laugh afterwards. Okay. Then let's cure our fermented soul. Your soul is pristine as a newborn baby's. The devils of Carillon claim to be experts in assessment and improvement of the soul. They would describe yours as tantalizingly opaque and rich with personality. You've gained 2 visions of the heavens. Ooh. I am still missing a bit of experience to level up, but not too much. Not too much. So do I have a clear soul now? No. No, I don't. Ask him about the state of your soul. Surely he has an opinion. You acquire this by not having any flaws. Your soul, he lies, is magnificent. I have studied the souls of men and of angels. I have extracted the penance of saints. I have removed the knowledge lust from an astronomer through a borehole in the back of his head. I have seethed a crown princess sister in mare's milk until there was no more jealousy in her, but I have never known a soul to equal yours. I mean, that's gotta be good, right? Was that lightning? Yes, that was pretty bad lightning. I'm not sure if I should be recording right now. I have no choice. We will weather the storm! Okay, so I just had to look it up. Prudence is a province in the middle of Albion. But we're not heading to Albion yet. We still need to head on over to the Hybras, because there's a bunch of quests we have there. And plus, it's an actual location, not a thing. So, yeah. And because we know it's an actual location, I just saw lightning again. I definitely think it's over here. So that is where we're heading. You know, after I head to New Winchester. After I help the lovely little Dreadnought deal with that guy, which happens to give me a thing in the heavens as well. A grim foreboding. What will become of you? What are you on about? I am doing fine. We're a little low on fuel and supplies, but... Ha! Success! Screw you! We're a little low on supplies and fuel, but we're heading to New Winchester to try and rectify that error. And you know the best part about us needing to head on over to Albion? We have to go through Port Prosper. And what's in Port Prosper? Our prospect to getting those stuff. Perfect. Just perfect, isn't it? Hello there, Winwood Company. I am here with a port report. I'm sure you will love it. Yes, you do. Thank you very much. Your money will help fuel my expedition. Somewhat. Okay, we currently have 57% terror. How much will that drop for docking in the middle of New Winchester? Not at all. Crap. So, should I hire my missing crew member? It's kind of a waste, because but I am about to go on a big trip. So you know what? Just to be safe, let's hire that one crew member. And then you know what? I've been told it doesn't matter about recruiting these extra people. So you know what? Let's do that. The fortunate Navigator is thoroughly examining your engine's pipework. Crucial bit, this. Look how it's been maintained. Beautiful. Your stoker beams. That was me. A mid-flight patch, too. Officers require a sign-on fee. Ooh. Well, it increases my irons. So you know what? We'll take him. You won't regret this, Captain. The Navigator pumps your hand. He is an Imperial. The people descended from the ancient Mongolians and led by the Eagle Khan, whose technology opened the door to the skies. A passing Skyfarer tousles the Navigator's hair. For luck, the woman says with a grin. The Navigator rolls his eyes. She's from my last crew. They thought I brought them luck. I didn't, but I was still a good hire. I mean, whatever you say, pal. So what do you div? 2 hearts and 6 mirrors. 6 iron and 2 veils. I suppose that's completely different, isn't it? Oh, I need Caddy T to be able to get to know him to be able to do that. Oh, 'tis a shame, 'tis a shame. So, I need to deal with my terror. How do I deal with my terror? I go to Madeline's. But Madeline's is very far from the Hybras, which is down here. So you know what? We're going to buy a lot of extra fuel and supplies just to be safe. And because we're definitely going to come here before we head to Port Avon again, we can just go to the bank, dip in those, and I'm definitely not going to Port Prosper yet. So we can do that, just try and make more space. Right. Heading off to Magaline's then to cure our terror, and then we're going to explore the wilds to find the Hybras. I mean, you never know, I might get lucky enough to kill a bunch of marauders on the way. Maybe a Curator or Scornfluke as well. Actually, I don't think the Scornflukes are in the reach. We definitely go through fuel pretty quickly on this boat. That's for sure. It's why I don't feel so bad about using the bat. Ah, something right ahead of us. Thank you, oh mighty bat. Oh, would you look at this? Another fallen train. How unfortunate for it. What can we do? We can force the doors open. Successfully. Booyah! Your driver holds the locomotive steady alongside the wreck as your crew takes turns at the pry bar. Eventually, the door bays are sufficiently parted to permit the spryest of you to squeeze through. Soon they return. What's this they have found? An aromatic casket. We have found dried tea! He clears his desk for the tea set by sweeping papers to the floor. I'll tidy up afterwards. The condition of his cabin casts doubt on that. I grew up a servant of the Eagle Khan's ambassador to London. His son, Alton, befriended me. We'd climb out the attic window to race urchins together. A wistful note enters his voice. We never won. The Navigator trickles a spoonful of sugar into his cup, then another. Could we stop at London? He stirs and stirs the tea. Alton died. I couldn't even be at his funeral. I want to say goodbye, but I'll need to speak with his parents first. Huh. So now we've got 2 more reasons to head to Albion. Man, everyone wants to head to Albion. Stop it, Lightning. That's right, Zeus. I'm telling you to stop it. Goodbye, Mr. Marauder. Can't catch me offline. Right, we could affix our hull, of which we would probably get, like, maybe 2 HP. But no, let's get the unusual cargo. What is it? Fuel! Lots of lovely fuel. That thing that we desperately need more of than supplies. I'm good with that. Hour of the Wolf. Shut up! We're heading to Magaline. Stop trying to drink. Here we go. Glorious. Welcome. Hello. Let's write a report on the Magaline's thing, just because I seem to always forget to do that. And then let's treat our terror. I have 13 gossips, 4 uncanny specimens, 7 visions of the heavens, and no savage secrets. I could have recruited crew from the whatchamacallit. Now that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. But let's purchase this otherworldly artifact, because I might get some use out of it one day. And then, let's see if we can... Ooh, what's going on? An attendant in the foyer schedules appointments with the aid of a hefty daybook and a very accurate clock. They are eager to explain the procedures and the rules that govern here. This hospital for the spirit, our staff will become the person you need. Blah, 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 blah. A mourner wanders past, clad in outdated black silk. She is recreating her husband's funeral today. She's smiling. Observe guests' ongoing treatment. A trio of guests is going in together, all dark-haired and straight-backed. Yes, I know it's not the real thing, but I'd like a sense of closure, the tall woman says. What rot, barks the short woman next to her. You want to argue over the will again. I have told you once, and I am not giving up. I have told you once, I am not giving up the spoons based on a charlatan's say-so. Do be quiet, please, the one man says. I, for one, am more than happy to hear again why I was lumbered with the 3rd best wardrobe. Let's just speak to the host. Do I have enough answers for the academical host, though? I could get more, couldn't I? You have not checked at Lustrum. You know what? I would rather check at Lustrum before giving him an answer, because I mean we're going to be heading to Albion soon anyway, aren't we? So you know what? Let's head down. Back up. Back up. I'm an idiot. I forgot to do something. And that was check the bazaar. Ooh, cheap hours. Sure, why not? Now we head on out. And we're going to head to the Unknown Rat, go through it before heading to the Hybras. The Hydras. Really? Really? Oh, how did I hit something then? And also, what the hell's over here then? Nothing. I was lied to. No, apparently resetting the game just resets all the loot. That's all. Huh. Well, let's force the doors open and see what we find, because we don't need repairs. We're missing, like, what is it? 3 HP? More supplies! Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's raid the safe and get some money. We're going to find the Hybras today. We're going to complete all the tasks we have in the Hybras. We are then heading back to New Winchester, selling our pottery, and then heading to Port Prosper to sell some souls, and then we're going to head to Albion, probably next week. I really do have to wonder if the lightning's actually coming up in my face cam. Or whether that lightning is, or whether that thunder is either. Come on, back, go find something. Preferably in front of us. That is not in front of me, you useless bat. Well, thank you, little bat. You've just made my task a whole lot easier. At least I assume that's the Hybras. I mean, that's about southwest, so... Ooh, looky there. Annoying little skyfarer man. Very annoying, very annoying. Oh, a reckless tackety engineers speckle sky in the search of my double hours. Alright, Mr. Sky Madden's curiosity, give me my crap. Thank you, Vision of the Heavens. How nice. Meanwhile, I'm dealing with bloody tacketies who think themselves better than me. Good! There he goes! Fuck! It's another marauder! You know what? This time, I'm going to start repairing. Okay! The Hybras is apparently an extremely dangerous place. To be fair, that's something I'm pretty sure I already knew. Go to hell! What do we have here? A signal wreck. You know what? Let's use that signal. What happens? We get some supplies. Perfect. We loot the marauder. Let's get some unusual items. It's a gossip, isn't it? 2 gossips. Still gossip. What about you? Give me money. Okay. Okay. Engine damage. A commotion from the engine room. During your recent battle, shrapnel pierced the hull and perforated a cluster of pressure lines. In order to maintain boiler pressure, your locomotive now has to glug fuel the way your aunt does sherry. You know what? Shut down the engine for repairs. A reliable approach, but the work could take long, cold days. Or leave it be. Fuel efficiency will be reduced until you pay for repairs at this region's central port. Shut down for repairs. You lost 2 supplies, gained 10 terror. It's not the date what it was. Your quality damage is gone. I should have just waited and paid for the damn repairs. Okay, that right there is creepy. I saw something to kill over here. Ah! But I did not expect it to be 2 different things. Yes, it definitely looks like I need to go the other way. My bad! My bad. I'm just gonna head to the place which triggers tryptophobia because, Jesus Christ, I've got my hair is sticking up on end in this place. I really don't like this place. I'm never coming back to the Hybras. Especially because of that these red blood clot crap. Ugh. So am I meant to push on through here, or have I gone the wrong way? I mean, I need to gather Hybras pus anyway. So, do I have to, like, crawl up to that? No. Nope, 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 nope! What the hell's the tentacle? Something ghastly. Horror. Yeah, no kidding! Yeah, no kidding! No kidding! We're leaving! If I want to fight that thing, I'll be on full health to do it! I definitely took a wrong turn. I definitely took a wrong turn. I don't like the fact I took a wrong turn. How much did my terror just massively increase by? Looks like I'm gonna have to beat my way through a bunch of marauders. Better them than some guests. Better them. So, bring it on. Obviously, I will skim them if I can, but I am obviously going to grab the supplies if I see them. Ooh, tea! You give me tea. Thank you. Something tells me this expedition was a huge disaster. Always strike them before they strike you. It's how you survive. Hello, Reach Marauder. I'd like sovereigns, please. Really? Oh, I gain health. Ooh, isn't that nice? Discontent. What's this? A junior signaler receives a dose of medicinal port in the infirmary. After seeing a frozen corpse spin past a window, the experience has shaken him. The dead are hungry, he says. We need to make an offering, or it'll come back and knocking at the hull. Oh, I'm getting pretty good with this sniper shot. Although, I would not be amiss in saying that it concerns me how I can't seem to, you know, go around another way to this place. Chances gloom. Okay, maybe I can. So we're running a little short on supplies, and I really don't like this goddamn place, is what I feel I have to say. Because getting to it alone seems like an absolute trial and a half. But you know what? The sun's come out, it seems. So maybe that's a sign. Maybe it's a sign that we just need to carry along this path, and everything will be good. Of course, we'll then have the issue of getting back home, but hopefully the Hybras will sell fuel and supplies, or at least fuel. Or at least fuel, because that's the lower one of the two. We're definitely going to have to go back to Magalines after this. If I see another guest suddenly spawn. And I refuse to level up until we're at port, because that's just how I am. I don't like how big and open this area we're going into is. The air is quiet here. An ill-omened place, a crewman mutters. Yeah, no kidding. I mean, just look outside. It's literally bleeding blood. But you know what? We're here. At a new location. And everything is fine. I guess. What kind of Christ is this? A fledgling colony trying to dig its fingernails deep enough into the spongy fungal fabric of the Reach to cling on when hard times come. It is a sad truth that many more settlements are founded than flourish. Oh god, they sell fuel but not supplies. Fuck. Oh, supplies, not fuel. Still, fuck. Okay, Hybras. Nestled amidst the sprawling sporing gardens of fungus, Hybras is a colony of octogarians. Rotting buildings slough gently into decay. Maintenance is poor, the population aged. An insect speckled with fungus flies past drowsily. Growth asks no license, reads a barely legible sign stalked into the collapsed pile of fungal eggs. Why fungal eggs? Okay. Well, life moves slowly here. There are arguments over the rules of bowls and correct amount of time to steep tea. The station master seems to avoid the villagers. There is an unusual, unique quality to the starlight which filters through the underside of the caps. I collect a sample of fungal pus. It oozes out a fungal body, just as it would an infected spore on your sore on your arm. I did not need that imagery. The difficulty in collecting samples isn't in having to climb to some remote peak or fighting off creatures who's all teeth and claws. It's in abating the smell. Yeah, that sounds about right. A venerable welcoming party has gathered. The wizened mayor approaches. His back is leant into in his place steady. He has a firm handshake. Welcome to our little hideaway. Watch your step. That one's about to fruit. True enough, the little white sack at your feet suddenly spits. Snaking tendrils of red fungus explode outwards. The mayoral assistant, a severe woman of slightly less advanced years, guides the mayor to a nearby bench. You might stay as long as you like. Something is changing as Hybras. This place should not exist. Search for Marie Lumine. As filmmaker should be difficult to miss in the hushed, secluded place. Loud curses lead you towards an elderly woman fiddling with an equated camera. She sighs and shuts the frame. That'll do. She offers a trembling hand. Lumine, once a renowned explorer and filmmaker. Now, as you see, a cough rattles through her. You from New Winchester? I'll leave with you. I can pay my way. I'm done here. My lungs won't tolerate much more of this. She smiles wanly. I've a premiere to plan. Well, alright then. Find the downed locomotive. Bogs and marshes of Hybras are dense and obscured with rotting fungus, but somewhere in the interior a locomotive has gone down. You lead a small team through the slopsome marshes and the groaning fungal forests, where the drone of insects infected by fruiting spikes of fungus downs all other sounds. Hidden deep in the bogs, you would have almost passed by the fallen engine. The Takati engine rises from the marsh like a stick in the water, battered and smoking. A few Takatis are attempting a rescue of the lower quarters, while others are sending damp mushroomy smoke signals up the fungal tagami. Note down the location and report it to the Windward Company. Yep. A staunch stovepipe. The sounds of boggy flundering fade behind you as you stroll back through the dripping woods. You order your navigator to keep a close eye on the compass and mark the location and route on your map as you walk. The station manager at Hybras is more than willing to carry a message. About time, he says with a smile. Was worried I'd have to fish him out myself. The Takatis will be out of their predicament soon enough. The Windward Company can be efficient when it chooses. I've gained more fortunes with the stovepipes, more reputation with the Windward Company, and the Takatis are now struggling. Make a delicate inquiry to the wizened mayor. The wizened mayor chuckles. Oh no, we'd welcome youth, but we don't get many settlers coming out this way. We're happily secluded here. Yeah, no kidding, do you realize how hard it was to get here? He smiles wistfully as, across the marsh, his mayoral assistant trounces an unfortunate at bowls. Our best years were spent by others. The wizened mayor glances towards the town hall, where preparations are being made for a performance. We have plans to change that, hopefully, though. The colonists are enjoying a second use on Hybras. Explore the settlement. Why am I doing this? Life moves slowly at the Hybras. Several colonists tend the allotments, while others sit squabbling outside the Brendan. Periodically, a lady emerges with tea and fungal crackers. Why fungal? A carpenter struggles with the fretwork on the new town hall. The carvings are of factories and faceless workers. I can't remember what they look like, he says sadly. Swamp and marsh, fungus and frond, nowhere in the reach has been thoroughly colonized. It would be a shame not to see the sights. Would it? Would it? The fingers of black and red mushrooms rise from the sodden ground. Tendrils of white fungus form vast arches. An earthly smell pervades the air and follows you through the swamps like a lost dog. In the middle of a grove of writhing sacks, you find a pinnace adorned with broken and twisted nameplates. The shape of collars, Brazilian wood work world, has been imprinted on each. What about the tea? Take tea at the Brendan house. The owner keeps a clean and ordered house. She bakes her tea cakes to perfection and ices them to resemble the fungus that has colonized the windowsills. It's been here longer than us, she laughs as she pours another round of tea. The tea is sour, the milk has gone off. And I'm done with this unholy place. Let's just level up. You know, now that I think about it, what does... You require irons, you require mirrors, you require veils. Basically this doesn't help. Should I focus on irons then, just so I can get some tier 2 stuff then? Of some sort? You spent much of your time at the engine yards, watching locomotives being built, repaired, and decommissioned. They were iron behemoths, their bones steel, their breasts steam, their innards intricate as a pocket watch. How did you spend your time among them? Learning how the engines worked. You appropriated a workbench and tools and set to work dismantling obscure machinery and putting them back together. You know what? I like the sound of that. Cool. I've leveled up. Let's get the bloody Christ out of this unholy place. Wasted time. Really? Pick up the hours. Pick up those hours. We need to go back to Maraline's. But first we need to head to New Winchester. We're actually kinda lacking in money now. And fuel. I don't think we actually have enough fuel. We especially don't have enough fuel to waste it on bandits. I don't think the circus sells fuel. Are we about to die due to my arrogance to just try and find this godforsaken place? Ignore the bandits! Frankly, if they hit us, it's probably beneficial because they'll knock us forward. Which will get us to our place sooner. We're heading straight to New Winchester. Alright, what can I do here? Materials. Fine. I'm going to the circus on the off chance it sells fuel. And if it doesn't, we can make a port report and then head straight to New Winchester and pray. Okay. Okay. So, let's listen to the stories of people to reduce our terror. Glorious. I shouldn't buy these because I'm having fuel problems as it is, but whatever. Christ, they do not sell fuel, I was right. Well, let's see what this Vagabond is. You find him waiting serenely at the test. He claims to be an expert in snake wrangling, thimble twisting, and stick swinging. He professes to be a psychologist, mythologist, and escapologist. He boasts he can tell stories that'll haunt you until you die, and play tunes that'll make your stones dance. If all that fails to entice you, he supposes he could turn his hand to signaling. He couldn't care less for your sovereigns, he wants to swap stories. Well, okay, let's swap a story. When you accept him aboard, he pulls a grimy bottle from an opaque and unidentifiable from his inner coat pocket, and takes a long, celebratory swig. I hope you're not having second thoughts already, he says, and roars with laughter. He has no luggage to speak of, just the bindle over his shoulder and a fiddle in a battered leather case. Once he has slung both onto his bed, he heads to the gallery and starts performing card tricks and telling rabble jokes to the crew. Most of them find him charming, several make their apologies and abscond. Well, straight line. Go. Go. We're running on dry. Go. Back. Maybe you can find us something. Right, this person wants something. Sell us fuel. Search the abandoned homestead. Do we find fuel? Fuck, we find supplies. Okay. I don't think we're gonna make it. I don't think we're gonna make it. We're not gonna make it. I don't know what happens when we run out of fuel. Adrift. The last of your fuel is gone. The fires of your engine dim and die. Your funnel coughs at last. Already the cold of the high wilderness is crawling frosty fingers across your window. Your remaining hopes are all desperate. You have 3 chances to find a lifeline before the cold claims you. Salvage supplies. Can you find enough that is flammable to coax your boiler back to life for a few more hours? Yeah, that's all we need to do. 2 supplies turn into 1 fuel. Well, I just recovered 2 supplies from the middle of nowhere, so I'll bloody take it. That is the equivalent of me finding 1 fuel, I suppose. Discontent. Reminisce him. Reprimand him. We're not dealing with any bullcrap today. Here we are at New Winchester at 66% terror, which goes down to 40 to 41. It decreases by 25%. We're safe, we're at home, everything is good. Okay. Munitions for Port Prosper. Well, I did just pick up munitions, so I'll take it. What else can I sell? All of my hours that I've picked up, that's a good one. And the tea. I mean, I could use the tea at Port Avon, but that's a complete waste of tea, but so... No, I don't need hours or anything, do I? No, good. Good. Now we buy ourselves a good ton of supplies to make sure we're happy. We send over the crockery and the souls. Next, I can remember I forgot to make a port report there. God damn it. And we can head to Port Avon. Sell the crockery. Get cheap fuel. That is definitely the more of a problem with this ship over the last. It just devours fuel. I'm starting to think I need a 3-to-2 ratio on fuel to supplies. But the issue with that is with my supplies, I can do that. Although the Terror is definitely seemingly having its way with us, and we probably should get back to Magalines relatively quickly. But we're not heading there for probably, honestly, a while. Because what we're going to do next week, because we're heading to Port... Maybe I should just leave it till next week, because I already have a plan. Yeah, I'm gonna wait to tell you all what the plan is next week. Oh, it's going to be a glorious plan. You won't know what hit you all. Hello, Port Avon. What do you have in your bazaar? Because we need to sell you that one and final crockery there. And you're selling us seeds. Well, seeds are worthless and frankly not worth crap. So, we're just going to have a quiet day here, purchase some fuel, drink, appreciate an amount of cider, as it says. Reduce our terror by 10%, quite frankly. Nice. Take a relaxing stroll around Port Avon. Lovely. Watch a cricket match. Lovely. Sit with the eelfishers. Lovely. And watch another cricket match. Lovely. Our terror is quite low now. Low enough for me not to care further. Well, everyone, this is where we're going to leave today's episode today. We've learnt a lot about the rats, haven't we? And we've got 2 new people on board as well. In fact, what might this guy want? Ooh, more sky stories. Well, we certainly have those. We'll have to ask him about those next time. Because I'm all out of time for today's episode, everyone. So it looks like, what can I say other than thank you all for joining me today. I have been your host, the Parafox Archangel, the English gentleman of the internet, and I hope to see you all again next time. But I'm afraid that, until then, it is time for me to bid thee all farewell, good day, and finally, good night.